Yo, what's going on, my people? It's your boy. I'm back with another video. Of course, I'm here to bring you the Newcastle v Arsenal preview, and we're gonna have a look at if we can win this game. We're gonna have a look at what the possibilities are for us to potentially walk away with the 3 points. This is a game I feared throughout the best part of the last 2 months. Not feared in the sense that I'm not looking forward to the game, but just caution and you have to acknowledge what Eddie Howe's doing at Newcastle. It's a fantastic job. Um, he's come in and their project, it looks like it's working to a T. They haven't gone gung ho and trying to do the whole Chelsea type of uh, approach and buy superstars because they've got money now. They're really slowly but surely doing their thing, and they're doing it, and they're going about it the right way, and they're going about it in a astute way. It looks like he, Eddie Howe, is getting the best out of some players that were already there at Newcastle, and of course players that he's added. And yeah, it's looking rosy. It's looking real good. It's looking real solid for Newcastle. And here we are, people. We will play them on Sunday. Uh, look, our way form this season has been really good. It's been, if not the best. I think now it's probably not number one best, but you can rest assured that it's right up there. Leading up to those sort of draws that we had in April. April was a tough month for us. April effectively is the month that we lost the title. If we effectively don't go on to win this title, um, in my mind, as I said before, the title was more or less uh, gone. It's no longer in our hands. It now depends on Crystal Manchester City. I say Crystal Palace, Man City drawing games and losing games, and that's not looking like it's going to happen anytime soon. So look, we are where we are, people. We go into this game and to this important fixture to try to stay right up there with Man City and not let them walk to this title as easy as they probably think that they're going to do from this point onwards. Looking at City, I've said this many weeks ago. Haaland is the difference maker. He is he's just the extra sauce that they needed to bridge the gap and go on and actually achieve greatness. And I honestly do believe that, again, it's not a foregone conclusion and it's not 100% sealed and nailed on. But I honestly believe that Manchester City, with the addition of Haaland, who's now, very recently broken the all-time Premier League goal scoring record for the most amount of goals in the Premier League scored in a season. He's it, man. He's gonna take them to that extra stage, that extra level where they go on and actually achieve things like doubles and trebles. And even if it's not this year, I'm sure they're going to do it as so long as Manchester City keep hold of Pep Guardiola, and they're going to do it. They're going to achieve it. But that's that, people. So look, we go into this game on the back of a Chelsea win. The at home, the Chelsea win was significant because it was bad form right up till there. We managed to get scoring again. We managed to seal out a game, but we did not manage to keep a clean sheet. So my score prediction for this game is 100% not going to be a clean sheet. I, my heart tells me we're going to win, but my head tells me we're most likely going to draw. Newcastle is a drawing side. They've had the most draws this season, but they've been attacking as well, and they've blitzed one or two teams. They've got their thing going on, and it looks like they're here to stay. They are now part of the top four. We're gonna have to find Newcastle representatives to be able to have conversations with them about top four, Champions League, and all of that jazz. These men are going to be playing in the Champions League next season, people. Make no mistake about it. Sitting pretty, third position on currently 65 points. I'm just going to share the tab that I'm looking at, which is, of course, the Premier League table, as you can see. Let me make sure that you can see that. Yeah, you should be able to see that now. And look, this is where we're at. When it's all said and done, people, we have been a better team than Newcastle, no matter what they've achieved this season, no matter what they've done this season. Of course, it is a huge advantage to them. The fact that they're playing at home, St James's Park, it's gonna be rocking. It's gonna be loud. It's, they're gonna create an atmosphere. We saw what happened to many teams when they've gone there this season. We saw what happened with the Tottenham. Imagine having to drive from London all the way up to Newcastle, all the way up, sir, for you to get pammed and savaged, and then have to start making the journey back within 15 minutes of the game starting. Unacceptable. That is just like raw. Like Newcastle did that to you lot. So yeah, that's enough for Newcastle at the moment. Let's focus on Arsenal, and we've had the big man, the big boss, Mikel Arteta, Super Mick, give his opinions and give his thoughts and give us some updates in regards to this game here. And let's read out some bits and bobs. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I will just read out some bits and bobs about what he said in terms of our shape going into this game. So he's been speaking ahead of the Newcastle game. The boss discussed numerous topics around the game, including injury issues and injury news and so forth. The biggest one for me, the biggest concern for me is Gabriel, of course, and he was asked on Gabriel's fitness, and he said we'll have to see tomorrow how he is, but he could not finish the game against Chelsea. We know that, I think they should have bought him off against Chelsea. As I said, watching the game, I just felt he was, he was carrying some sort of discomfort for quite a long time, and the fact that it just shows his importance to the team. Honestly, the fact that they made him continue playing until eventually he could not play anymore at all, it just goes to show where we are at. Okay, so whether he has been any progress in terms of Saliba. So Saliba again, still no progress there. Saliba's back injury has done him. You're probably gonna see him maybe potentially sit the bench for that Nottingham Forest game, as I said previously in my previous video, or potentially the last game of the season, which is the Wolves game, and that's pretty much it. We're not gonna have him for these crucial fixtures against Newcastle, against Brighton. We're simply just not. He's just not available yet. uh on what needs to be done, like what is actually the issue, and it looks like it's just healing. Back injuries look like they take their while to heal, because there's so much strain and so much weight that's applied to them on a day-to-day basis. Just simply walking and standing up and stuff like that, you're putting strain on your back, or needing to find a ruthless streak. You need to find moments from crucial games to kill them and find better ways to finalize games. We've had a few, especially with the games that we have drawn. And this is what I mean, bruv. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the reason why I was on Arteta, like, I don't want him to go or anything like that. I want him to have another season, a successful season where we truly buy everything that we need to buy and everyone will need to buy in a summer window, and he gets that quality there. But then again, when you think about it, like next season, this summer going into next season, you have to produce the goods. You cannot be continuously failing. Look, there's many great things he's done, and just in terms of changing the mentality and so forth. But there are still a lot of aspects. I don't care how people want to paint it, sugarcane it, or there are a lot of aspects that he still needs to fix, and he needs to fix for the club, for the team, but also for himself as well. He needs to stop being arrogant. He needs to stop being reactive. He needs to be proactive. He needs to be humble. He needs to understand you can't pull up at the Etihad and go toe for toe with them. Like, what are you doing? We've seen what teams are doing when they go to the Etihad. Look at the game against um, Manchester against West Ham the other day. West Ham, they almost got, obviously, the result was where it was. It's just because they don't have the quality that someone like an Arsenal had. But if we had pulled up to the Etihad and just played solid for the first half, not conceding any goals, we're not even trying to advance and attack like that, because we know the moment we do that, we're gonna leave spaces in behind, and they're gonna see the game out. And I think Mikel Arteta needs to understand that each game has its own kind of story, and you need to approach it in a strategic. That's what strategy is. You can't approach every single ground in the Premier League, yeah, and expect to play the same and expect the same exact results. That's just not how it works. On how Moving on, how much our players need to forget about last season game against Newcastle. Is a very different game. It was a year ago with different players, a different game, but we have to play much better than we did last year. That's for sure. We know that this is going to be a really tough game, because especially at home, that it'd be really good. Sorry guys, I'm just nursing a cold, and that's why I've kind of been away for the last 3 days. Just about slowly but surely recovering, and I've been doing other things as well and working in between that. So Look, definitely need to forget that game against Newcastle last season because that was ridiculous. And I'm gonna share another tab with you guys here because I've got the people that started that game. I've got the players here that started that game. Um, so if I just share this tab and make sure I'm sharing it with you guys, yes, I am. So yeah, so if you actually deep it and if you actually check it, yeah, uh, these were the people starting that game. These were the players starting that game. And let's compare to this season, how many people are still here that are going to start that game? Aaron Ramsdale, yes. Gabriel, yes. Nuno Tavares, of course not. Ben White, who scored an own goal, as you can see here in last season's game, and that was a disaster. That game at St James's Park last year was the real confirmation of the demise about us failing to achieve top four, and it could be the same exact thing this year. It could literally be the confirmation of the fact that, right, we are not going to win the title because we've drawn or because we've lost. Okay, so we need to make sure that that doesn't happen. Continuing, Takahiro Tomoyasu, okay, he's not going to be in this one. But Granit Xhaka, yes. Bukayo Saka, yes. Normal Neni, of course. Martin Odegaard, yes. No Smith Rowe. And Eddie Nketiah, you might as well say yes, because I'm sure he's going to get some sort of minutes in this game. So when you check it and when you deep it, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and potentially 7 players out of, the that are going to be also featuring in this year's fixtures as well. He had people like uh, Gabriel Martinelli on the bench, Lacazette on the bench, Nicolas Pepe, Salva Ambilokonga, Cedric Suarez, Bernard Leno. All of these men are gone. So now when you look at the bench now and when you analyze the bench now, you're going to have the likes of Smith Rowe, the likes of Nketiah, the likes of uh, Trossard. So it is a different team. It is a different team. We have improved in terms of the personnel. We have better quality players to be able to take the game to Newcastle. To be able to, he has to start Trossard. For me, the lineup should be exactly the same as the Chelsea lineup. Of course, when you look at the physicality aspects of Newcastle in comparisons to Chelsea, Newcastle are going to be way more physical. Those guys, they fight. They not only play football, but they fight. The Premier League, yeah, you are successful when you fight and you play football. It's not just about fighting like a Neverton or something like that, where you see them fighting but not actually doing anything tangible in terms of football and success. Or you do the football, you can do all of the football. That's what Arsenal's been doing throughout the years. Silky, Fabregas, pass it to Nasri, woo, Hleb, pass it to Raziki, beautiful play, but no honors, no actual business and success. You need to be able to mix and match now. You need to be able to have games where you implement the fight concept and you implement football at the same time and vary between the two. You see that with Man City. Why do you think Man City is now doing things like John Stones grabbing a ball, long ball, to be able to break the lines? Like, they're just, you need to be able to incorporate both. It's not just a case of, yeah, okay, we're gonna, we're gonna turn up and we're gonna play silky football and we're gonna knock everyone off the park. That's not how it works. Mikel Arteta, in order for you to win this game, in order for you to galvanize and motivate your players enough, especially when you know that we are no longer, it's not in our hands or anything like that. However, Arsenal likes being the underdogs. However, Arsenal, they are no pressure FC. They play football when there is no pressure. So we're calling them no pressure FC. It is what it is, bruv. Yeah. Say the right things, Mikel. Get your boys, in the right mindset, in the right mind frame to be able to take on this Newcastle team. Because I tell you, if we show fight for the first 20 minutes, and then after that, we start to play off football. We start to find spaces. These men are going to get tired. The likes of Trippiers and the likes of, they're going to start getting tired. Then we can start to see more clear passes and we can, thread these through balls through and convert some chances. We're going to have people that we didn't have last year there, like Gabriel Jesus, like Leandro Trossard, like Kivior. Told you guys about Kivior. Look at the brilliant performance he had against Chelsea. I know it was at home at the Emirates. However, there's a player there. The more he plays, the more he's going to be confident. The more he's going to start understanding how what's required of him and understanding what he needs to do. He's had a few months to be able to just watch the sidelines understand what it is Saliba was bringing to the team, and understand what it is that Rob Holding wasn't exactly, replicating or, bringing to the team as a sense. He knows what he's got to do. He understands what he's got to do. He's a Polish international young player, bro. Don't sleep on the sky, bro. Yeah, he's not no fruitcake that's good. Man, Polish, bro. Them men are warriors. You don't know the thing already. Let the youth grow up. Don't be, lambasting him and all of these things I've been hearing online. Oh, Kivio, yeah, he did good, but he's just not good enough. Left footed, you can't play left. Who said you can't play left footed centre back and a left footed centre back together? Of course you can. All of these myths that Mikel Arteta wants to try to do, bro. If you don't start Tini in this game and you play Zinchenko, we're losing this game. This lineup has to be exactly the same as Chelsea minus Zinchenko. I blame Zinchenko for Madueke's goal. Did you not watch the playback? Did you not watch the highlights? That guy is moving mad when it comes to defensive play, bro. And I've been saying it in almost every single video I'm making. Zinchenko is one of the worst left backs when it comes to defending that I've seen. He ain't a left back. He's not a defender. He can't be. This guy is on some. He is literally on Trent Alexander's level when it comes to defending. It's just non-existent. But watch him when he gets to midfield. Watch Trent when he gets to midfield. Mad thing. Plays Zinchenko in the midfield, yeah, or don't play him at all. Yeah. We need the physicality. As I said, there's going to be more physicality than the Chelsea game. So I would bring Partey back. Yeah. I would bring him back. Now, it depends. I don't mind having Jorginho and Partey. But then again, if you look at Xhaka's form since he's come back from the injury, the game against Chelsea, he was the man of the match for me. The game against Chelsea. Xhaka, when Xhaka wants to win, you can tell he wants to win. When he's up for it, you can tell he's up for it. When he's not up for it, you can tell he's not up for it. You understand? Because he just moves mad. He's not coming to grab the ball. He's not last ditch that and last ditch. Look at the Chelsea get, like, they wanted it and they got the win. You gotta want it. And if we see players not wanting it, it goes back to the manager and questions have to be asked to the manager. Why did you make your players not motivated, not inspired to want it? So Mikel has to get all of these things right. He has to absolutely get all of these things right. Let me just quickly have a look at um head to head. And I'll tell you lot something, we're being predicted to lose this game. Chris Sutton, he's the BBC sort of, prediction and type of pundit or whatever you want to say it. No, he's predicted Newcastle to win 2-1. Now, this season, of course, we drew against them at the Emirates. They managed to keep us out of the Emirates. So when you think about it, St. James's Park is like, raw boy, like you man, do you know what I mean? It we need to, bro, this is the game. This is it. This is literally the game. Let me give you guys a quick head-to-head. Uh share my screen again. So just some quick head-to-head here. Newcastle are vying to win 3 consecutive Premier League home games against Arsenal for the first time. That's mental. Like what? Like what? 3 consecutive Premier League home games. So they've won. So the last 2 times we've been at St. James's Park, they've won. Newcastle have won last year and probably another time. Let me have a look here. When was the other time prior to that? So it was a win with Arsenal v Newcastle. Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good right now. But we did good against Chelsea. We need to use that energy and we need to use whatever that did to be able to take it onto this game and take it onto them. Uh, I don't want to hear no nonsense about the boys like post game. Oh, we wanted it so much, but then they were just a better team. Newcastle's not a better team. You can have that excuse, Mikel, about Man City, but you cannot have that excuse about Newcastle. They're not a better team than us. They don't have better players than us. Yes, they've got good technical players and they added some great additions to their squad. However, we should be winning this game. Chris Sutton is predicting Newcastle to win 2-1. I'm predicting Arsenal to snatch the game and win 2-1. I will predict a 2-1 away victory we should be good for it. We've been winning away. We've been doing our thing away. It's just the April just gave us that dumb, silly blip. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, let's get it together, boys. Like, if we win this game, we're more or less on par because then they're gonna fake. Like, I honestly feel as though Big Sam can have a big say in this title race. Yes, Man City are playing away, but Big Sam, he sets up to not concede. Like, God knows what he's gonna do there, but he sets up to not concede. And if he can do us a favor, my goodness, man, I'm telling you, it nearly happened with West Ham, it nearly happened with Fulham, but City would, the qualities come through. They just about showed that why they are what they are and why they're doing what they're doing. But I still have hope, and it's not blind hope. It's not like, oh yeah, but we've had such a good season. It can't all just be that we're gonna finish second. Like, I feel like there's still one or two major twists that are gonna happen, and hopefully it puts us in a position where we win. We win something. That's all I can say, people. Looking forward to the game, but then again, I'm not looking forward to the game. Like, St James's Park is a peak stadium. One of the best atmospheres in the Premier League. The fans, they don't shut up. Like, the whole 90 minutes they'll be firing on all cylinders. They've hit peak form. Newcastle is doing their thing this season, bruv. They slapping teams and like slapping teams properly. They're not just even like, oh yeah, we're just gonna play football. And they're really coming out. And Eddie Howe, he's, for me, he's one of the contenders for manager of the season. I don't know about you guys, but for me, he's definitely one of the contenders. And yeah, people, that's pretty much that, man. I'm gonna leave it there because this cold that I've got, honestly, like, it's just tough. It's just mad right now recording. I need to recover fully, and hopefully I can recover in time for Sunday to watch that game with full comfort. But yeah, people, let me know. Drop a comment on the video. Drop a like if you like the video as well. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what your thoughts and feelings are. Let me know what you guys would change for this fixture. Please keep engaging with me on the channel so I can keep creating these videos for you guys, because you guys are what make the community, and you guys are what motivates me to continue to make these videos. So yeah, people, man, I hope you guys enjoy the weekend. Of course, it's going to be a bank holiday celebrating the King's coronation. I'm not going to be involved in any of that jazz. I'm going to be focused on the football, of course, but who will be? I wish you guys nothing but a good time, and stay safe out there. Protect yourself, protect all others, love yourselves more than anything else. And yeah, man, we move, people. We have to listen. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie to you, people. I can react mad in terms of after games, when we lose, when we win. I can give you an analysis of what I see and how I see things and whatnot. But I love my club. I love the Arsenal. Yes, we do. And we're going to continue to support them, even if we come second, even if we come third. And it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, yes, cool, we might miss out on the title, but we're still we're fighting for pride, we're fighting for honor, and we don't need to listen to anyone else, like, at all. All we need to listen to is Man City fans, in a sense. But Chelsea people, Tottenham people, Liverpool, Man United, brother, like, you men are all in the mud. Every single one of you rival fans, you're all in the mud. Yeah, we've had a better season, a more interesting season, a more satisfying season than all of you guys, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. This is one of the seasons I've enjoyed, the best in a long time, like many years. So much so that I finally had the strength to create a YouTube channel and speak about my club, my beloved club. So yeah, man, look, please, Arsenal, man, let's get this win, man. Come on, boys. Like, no excuses. There is no excuses. There is nothing. There's nothing Mikel Arteta can tell me about anything to do with anything if it's not a win at St James's Park. We have won most of our games away. We need to go there. It's revenge, brother. It's revenge time. Last year, they violated us. That 2-0 defeat was horrible, bro. They looked like the team that was in the ascendancy, one of the Champions League more than like. I'm not. Trust me. Like, look at the table, people. Look at the table. The table does not lie. We are literally there, and we need to create a space between these youths. It's second and third going at it, but we are much better team. So we need to show that. I don't want no excuses, bro. You talk to your players, motivate them, galvanize them. We are in a title race. It goes to the last day, bro. Yeah. It goes to the look at City, Aguero. It goes to the last minute of the last day. Come on, people. Come on, man. Listen, I'm out. Again, please, I'm going to ask you to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you lot soon. Peace.